Grace and peace, family, and welcome to the Mailbox Experience. Right now, you are locked into the relationship series. You ain't man enough for me. I got this, right? You're not coming into my life buying me a car because I have to. You're not coming into my life paying these bills because this rent is already paid 3 months in advance, okay? We're talking about a particular type of woman who stands on her successes and stands on her achievements. Now, before y'all jump down my throat, I am not telling anyone to deal with somebody who is in disalignment with what it is that they truly want out of a partnership. What I want to do today, family, is question, where are these behaviors coming from? Let's sit with that for a second, fam. What are these behaviors inspired by, right? Because if you're following me, if you're a part of the Spiritual Renegade Tribe, okay, we understand that every behavior and every decision that we make is driven by a particular energy, right? And I feel like a lot of times in these relationships, we don't take time to figure out what energy is driving our partner to be the way they are. You know, we're probably caught up in our work schedule, caught up in our children, caught up in chasing some other chick that's chasing our man. I mean, we go through so much, and I feel like we lose genuine, hard, good focus on the basis, on the foundation of the divinity of duality, which is love. And what is love? Source energy. Let's go. So when we look at men, right, they have this law that they live by. No pain, no gain. The more hurt I can consume, the more worthy I am, the more strong I am. I can prove myself worthy by the amount of pain I am able to endure. Because I mean, if this message ain't for you, it ain't for you, and I'm okay with that. But when you think about where that energy is inspired from, let's go back to slavery. I usually don't do this, but for this topic, I have to. Because slavery has created this, I mean, unmeasurable momentum in our culture that has caused us to be so far from who we truly are. And it is saddening to watch. It's hurtful to experience, right? It doesn't feel good when we experience things that are outside of ourselves, which is hate, which is deception, lying, right? Those things are outside of who we truly are. We are unconditional love. We are divine source energy, right? Why can't we live our truth? Why are we always hiding something, right? But let's go back to the slavery. When we experienced that season in our culture, we endured. And those people who endured were looked up to. Also, those people who got away, in a sense, right? Rosa Parks. Oh, you fighting for something. We're looking up to you. I'm not telling nobody that these people were wrong for enduring. They did what they know to do in the time that they were living in. But family, I need y'all to understand that we're going to a deeper place. A deeper place. I am not a Christian. However, the Bible, as I have read it in a story form, right? Let's just say a fictional story for those of you who are not Christians. For those of you who are Christian, that's fine too. But the Bible has a verse in it, and I don't know what it is, so don't get me to quote, and I don't know the shit. I just know what source is giving me at this time. It says, greater works will you do. Now this was Jesus talking to the people. Greater works will you do. Now, family, if we can take the religious organization aspect out of it, if we can take the religion out of it, let's replace Jesus with our ancestors. Okay? Greater works will y'all do. Family, it's time. The time has presented itself for us to do these greater works. Okay? I want to tap into that. Boom. Men demonstrate their pain differently. Okay? Their pain is demonstrated through toxic behaviors and toxic language, right? Toxic actions. It's like, yo, why are you acting this way? Why are you so quick to jump down somebody's throat? Why are you so quick to throw your hands? It's not who they really are. And it's important, if you have a partner who is a black man, for you to understand some of the reasons why this person is making the decisions that they're making in your relationship. Okay? Black men have this pain that I believe nobody on this earth realm can understand. So I'm not going to sit here in front like I got this shit down to a science. I don't. I'm not a black man. And as a matter of fact, out there in the world, I am put on high for being higher than him, right? It's so crazy because there is no me without him, and there is no him without me. This is how creation comes. You sleep together, right? And a spirit or energy, as my 4-year-old daughter told me, Mommy, I was flying around the earth and I was with my angel friends, and I said, I want her to be my mom. She's going to be a good mom. Somebody's going to catch that. So there's no Micaiah, which is my daughter's name, without her father. There's a duality here, family, that has to take place in order for divine creation to happen. Why are we having such a hard time relating? We're meant to relate. As a matter of fact, there is no existence without us having relations, right? A lot of times men overcompensate as well. This is another behavior that I want y'all to tap into. They overcompensate, right? They'll have a shitload of partners or a shitload of work to do. They will have a shitload of friends, a shitload of dating pages, right? A whole lot of pictures on their social media platforms. And it's so important for us to look at what is driving these behaviors. Again, because it is so far from who these men truly are. I want y'all to hear me clearly. This is not who they really are. Now, in the 60s and the 70s and, years before that, probably even a little bit of the 80s, but we know that's when crack hit our communities extremely hard. A man's value was measured by his availability to a household. Not the household in its physical, but its household in its structure. He was measured by the bills being paid. He was measured by the type of ring he would be able to propose to his wife with, his fiance, whatever, right? These are the things that our men in the 21st century is holding on to. There's a new day. There's a new day. Because we don't need you to hold our households down. We got it. It's already fucking structured when you meet us. The children are good. The refrigerator is full. We're making dinner, right? It's like we're entrepreneurs. We're making more money. We have the cars. We're doing the traveling. I just read a meme today. More women travel than men. And it was a joke. Somebody had commented on the bottom and said it's because of child support. The internet has no chill. Child support got y'all men not traveling. We gotta get it together, okay? So now, when a man enters a woman's life and he says, girl, I could pay your rent, we have this place of independence, right? This place of independence that says, no, I'm fine. I got it. Because now on the flip side, us women are taught to be strong. We're taught to believe that we don't need no man for shit. We don't need you to pay our stuff. And we have proven that. Sometimes it comes from a toxic place of just being, I guess, the snotty independent woman, because you have different types of independent women, okay? You have the snotty one that's like, I don't need you paying my stuff because I got it. Then you have the woman that's like, dear, it's okay. I don't need you. I don't need you to pay it. It's actually, it's 3 months paid already. It's fine. What does a man do with that information? If all I am measuring my worth by is the ability to take care of you and you're already taken care of, where is my worth? Oh shit, I'm worthless. So now what are men doing? They're going for underdeveloped women. And that is what Source Energy just showed me. I was going to say immature. Source says, be righteous and say underdeveloped. So now you have this man who doesn't qualify to be with the woman who got it all together. So she thinks. And then he goes and deals with the woman who doesn't have it all together, who's just accepting and flowing, and that's okay. We all have seasons. I had my season. Then he goes to express himself. Well, you know, I really want to help out around here, but this is kind of like all I could put up. That's it? You ain't got no money? You broke. Then he goes, hey babe, can I talk to you about something? Like, my day at work was fairly crazy. Shut up. What, you a bitch ass nigga? Like, what are you doing? Nobody, get over it. Babe, is it all right if we spend some time together a little later? You mind? Nah, I'm cool. I'm going out with my girls. He comes home. There's probably something wild going on the TV. No food is cooked. The household is ran in disorder. Before y'all try to jump down my throat, I am speaking to a particular population of people. And if you do not fall in that population, it would behoove you to keep watching, because you're going to catch something. Right? Now you have this man who tries to express himself, but gets cheated on, gets looked at as less than, gets demasculated, because he's not able to bring this underdeveloped woman any worth either, because she juggling the field. What is this man supposed to do? Who does he talk to about having an absent father? Who does he talk to about having a mother hooked on crack? Who does he talk to about seeing his brother shot right before his eyes? Who does he talk to after he gets denied job after job after job because he caught a felony at 20 years old for hanging out with the wrong crowd? Who is this man supposed to talk to? He's not man enough for you, right? This man is cast iron by the time he gets to you. And that shit you talking, it ain't flying. It ain't getting nowhere. Because after every no, there another shield. Another shield. No? Okay. Another shield. Mother on crack, shield. Father not there, shield. death in the community from his close friends that whom he's grown up with that love so dearly. Shield, 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 shield. Are y'all not seeing that there's an energy that's forcing these behaviors? Not to mention what's going on with social media and reality TV and all of those things. That's feeding the shield and not the divine. Energy that's forcing this. And it's okay, because right now we're gonna unfold it right now. If you have a partner who exhibits particular behaviors, such as some of the ones that I just spoke of, you can't get them to healing, to dealing with the deep things, other than grounding yourself. So now let's flip it. When this man comes in contact with a grounded, divine feminine, here's how the conversation goes. Hey baby, how was your day? Crazy stressed out, man. Boss this, so on that, so on that. But how does it make you feel that this person is doing that and that and that? I mean, it makes me feel fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could he? You let them talk. Let them talk. Ask questions. And the next line is, what does that have to do with your well-being? Who is so detached from these physical things of the world? You got to get back to that grounded place. Zaddy. But we're going to talk about it. And sometimes it might not happen that quickly. You let them go. You let them go, right? You ask particular questions like, what was your upbringing like? After they talk about it, if they do decide to express a trauma to you, now the divine question is, and how did that make you feel? How did it make you feel? When we tap into these feelings that people try so hard to be disconnected to, we find the truth. We find what's real. Why do we think we have feelings for no reasons? Your eyes have a job. Your mouth has a job. Your hands, your feet, your body has a job. We can go internal. Your heart, your lungs, your liver, everything a part of you has a divine purpose. Why wouldn't your feelings serve just a great purpose as anything else? The one thing that we are designed to use as a GPS system for what is in alignment with who we truly are and what isn't. We have created a separation between it. And that is what's breaking up relationships. That's why we can't relate. A lot of times there's one person living their truth and there's one person that's not. The person who's living their truth is usually the one who leaves the relationship with the victory. Ask yourself, what is the energy that is creating the partners that I'm having? If you're getting a man who's on that level of wanting to talk to you and wanting to open up to you and become vulnerable, it is your divine responsibility to meet that person in unconditional love. This doesn't mean taking their shit. This doesn't mean stepping out of alignment with who you are, because the fact of the matter is, when you are grounded, point blank, period, evil, wickedness, deceit, lies cannot enter your space. And if it does, ooh, it's exposed like this. This is why intuitives have such a hard time dating, because they know, they smell deception from far, 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 far. When you take time and go within and accept yourself, that's for starters, accept yourself, you'll find that they are man enough for you. You'll find that their energy alone rattles a household, and that takes $0 and 0 cents. So men, and I feel like I'm bouncing around, but I'm flowing. Let me flow, all right? Men, you have to stop measuring your worth by tangible things. You have to stop. Don't get me wrong. Is it good to be able to provide? Absolutely. Of course the fuck it is. However, the same way you get these things is the same way they can be stripped for whatever reason. Let's say you're a truck driver. You get into a horrible accident, all you have is your CDLs. That's what you stand on. A horrible fucking accident and your legs are gone. Now one of two things are gonna happen. You're either gonna have to learn how to freaking drive a truck with the metal sticks, or you're gonna be on the couch depressed. But guess what? When you know who you are, you ain't getting to no couch depressed. You're gonna understand why things unfolded in your life the way it did. You're gonna connect it to what is good for you. It's always going to make sense when you're connected to your higher self, your divine source. It always makes sense, eventually. But during that time of darkness and not knowing, you hold on to that, it makes sense. Your value has nothing to do with the possessions that you have or can get. This world in the 21st century has proven that to you time and time again. It's time for you to go to a deeper place and understanding what true worthiness means. This will stop you from having these up and down vibrations. 1 week you're blessed, 1 week you're cursed. You want to stop that flow? Tap in. If you don't know how to tap in, please send me a comment. If you're seeing this clip, I don't know if I'm going to put this clip on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, you can DM me at mailbox1111 and we can talk about some tips to ground yourself so that you're not so shaken by this little bullshit of the world and the bullshit that partners are giving you, right? Now, the flip side, I'm going to wrap this up soon, I think. There is no way for you to enhance your partner without enhancing yourself. It is impossible to pull in a divine soulmate if you have not experienced being a divine mate to yourself. So you get this person who's incomplete, who's moving with all of these traumas, and then judge them because you're here and they're here. How much growth can you get out of that? And I'm not going to hold you. So many relationships I just want to bust straight through because it's two people living a fucking lie. Thinking that they're doing something. Thinking that they're healing each other in a sense. Don't get me wrong. I'm a teacher. I don't like being called a fucking healer. I don't like that shit. Teacher. And I teach by being. That's what I do. I'm not forcing anything on anybody. There's a Buddhist principle that says when the student is ready, the teacher will come. So if you're getting this resistance in these relationships with this man, this divine masculine energy, don't push him. Don't force him. If he's not talking, you may not be the teacher. How do I know this? But I've been with him 10 years, doesn't matter. I have so many conversations with men about this. A lot of the guys that I have previously dated came from, hurt. Real hurt. I mean, all hurt is real, right? I guess. But it caused me to observe the patterns of these men. What they experienced before me, and then what they experienced after me. Who am I to sit here with this knowing and not spread the word to my divine feminine, to my divine masculine. Because the truth is, when you're dealing with somebody who is tapped in, they see right through you. Crystal clear. That vulnerable place that you would hate for them to go, you rise up and you say, I'm here as I am. This is me. This is me. However, divine masculine, I also want to share this. This is something that I've experienced personally as well. When you meet someone who appears to have it all, right? Life in check, that's what I've been told. You're in your own world. What do you need me for? You have no idea. Not about me, but you have no idea about who you are. When you meet this strong, independent woman who's not coming from a wicked or toxic place of belittling you because you don't tangibly match what she does, that is your time to grow. That is your time to capture who you really are. See, when you deal with grounded people, they are able to show you the better parts of yourself that you've been running from for so long. Because the best parts of ourselves is attached to feeling really, really, really good. But remember what I said. We have taken ourselves away from feeling. I'm going to wrap this up, right? We're at almost 30 minutes. I encourage everyone, if you made it to the end of this video, woo, child, namaste. Namaste. But I encourage you to tap into how you feel. Our feelings serve a divine purpose. It lets us know when there's danger on the right and we should go to the left. It lets us know the intentions of the people that are connected to us. What? Yeah, the feelings. Oh, y'all don't want to be judgmental. Y'all don't want to be judgmental. Okay. How many times are you going to have to touch the fire to know that it's hot? How many times are you going to ignore your chakras locking up when you're in the presence of somebody, or flowing freely when you're doing certain things? What do you think those feelings are for no reason? Yes, I know you programmed yourself to ignore them. But the mailbox experience is here to tell you that they should not be ignored. And a lot of trial and error in the same areas would be avoided and dismissed if you tapped in to your feelings. And even to get a little deeper than that, because I'm not going to tell you to do something for somebody else that you're not going to do for yourself. Analyze where your feelings, what your feelings are being driven by. Is it your toxic experiences? Is it your past hurts? Your abandonment? What's driving the behaviors within you? That's something to look at before you go out here trying to be with somebody else. We hurting. We're hurting because we're not mates first to our own souls, but we out here looking, searching. Can't even spend time with ourselves, but want somebody else to invest time in us. I ain't no healer. I'm just a girl that know a little bit, you know? It is my hopes that you were able to learn something from this. I do energy readings through oracle cards. If you would like a personal reading with me, please see in the description box how to book me. I'll send you the packages and the details of it. If this message did something for you, I would advise you to subscribe and hit the bell. And I would also advise you to go look at the previous videos. I looked at them and saw the growth that's happening here. I want to thank you guys for investing your time in me in this video. I love you dearly. This is a very, very special place to me. And yeah, I'm really excited to be able to share this with you. Please catch me on all social media platforms at Melbox1111. And until next time, thank you for joining the Melbox Experience. Namaste.